Welcome to the 11th episode of the A to Z Legal Services podcast, with useful, clear, and purpose-driven information.
Imagine trying to fly a passenger plane while actively rebuilding the engine midair.
Yeah, that sounds like a total nightmare.
Right. But that is exactly what a California divorce feels like. You're stuck in this chaotic limbo, and before you can even think about landing safely, you desperately need a holding pattern to keep from crashing.
And building that holding pattern, well, that's our mission today. We are taking a deep dive into some insights from A to Z Legal Services to explore how you can navigate the system using what they call temporary orders.
So the goal is to keep basic life functioning, right?
Yeah.
Paying the mortgage, managing school routines.
Yeah, exactly.
Just keeping things from devolving into a complete no man's land.
Right. But, before you build anything, you have to understand the automatic safety locks. These trigger the absolute second a case opens. It's essentially a freeze.
Okay, a freeze. What does that actually look like on day one?
Well, California automatically freezes certain actions. Like, neither party can move minor kids out of state. You can't just cancel the health insurance, and you definitely cannot hide assets.
I mean, that makes sense. It stops the bleeding.
Yeah, it stops the immediate bleeding. But to establish an actual daily routine, who gets custody, who pays support, or who actually gets to stay in the house, which the court calls property control.
Right, the practical stuff.
Exactly. For that, you need a formal framework. You have to file a request for order, which is Form FL 300.
Okay, wait, let me unpack this freeze thing because it sounds like a trap.
How so?
Well, if my assets are completely frozen on day one, how am I supposed to buy groceries or, run a small business? It sounds like you'd violate court rules just buying a coffee.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The law actually anticipates that exact panic. The rules explicitly exempt the necessities of life and the usual course of business.
Okay, phew. So the necessities rule keeps the lights on.
Yeah, the freeze is really just designed to stop malicious draining of joint accounts or spiteful cancellations of policies. It's not there to stop you from buying milk or paying your employees.
Got it. But what if there's a real dispute, say over who actually gets to live in the house? That requires a judge to step in, right?
It does, yes.
So how fast can you actually get them to make a call? Are we talking about an ER visit or waiting weeks for a regular doctor's appointment?
That urgency dictates which of the two legal speeds you use. So the normal route, our regular doctor's appointment, gives the other person 16 court days of notice when you serve that FL 300.
And that's basically your master blueprint.
Right. And keep in mind, court days means weekends and holidays do not count.
Wow, so 16 court days is realistically over 3 full weeks. That is a really long time to wait in a messy breakup.
It is a long time. But the mechanism here is fairness. I mean, the court refuses to let spouses ambush each other.
Right, that makes sense.
It forces a buffer period. So the responding party actually has time to gather their own financial documents. Then they formulate their response using Form FL 320, which is due 9 court days before the hearing.
Okay, 9 days.
And you have to add 5 regular calendar days if the original paperwork was mailed. So yeah, it's highly rigid, but it keeps the playing field level.
I have to push back on this, though.
Okay, go for it.
If I'm angry and impatient, why wouldn't I just abuse the emergency route, the ER in our analogy, just to skip the waiting line entirely?
Well, judges see right through that tactic. To use the emergency or ex parte route with Form FL 305, you need documented facts of immediate irreparable harm.
Immediate harm, like what?
We're talking about severe property destruction or an immediate risk of child abduction. You cannot use it just because you're tired of waiting.
Ah, I see.
Plus, emergency orders require personal delivery, so no mailing allowed.
Yeah.
And I should definitely note, if there is domestic violence involved, that is a completely separate process. It's not handled via the FL 300 at all.
Okay, that is a crucial distinction. So what does this all mean for you, the person actually living through it, translating these rigid legal deadlines back into human peace of mind?
Well, I think the main takeaway is that temporary orders aren't about winning the divorce.
Right, not at all.
They simply lower daily conflict by creating clear, enforceable boundaries.
Yeah.
And because navigating this paperwork, calculating court days versus calendar days, is half the battle. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget that at the end of this episode, we'll share our contact information so you can get additional paralegal guidance. You can call us at 626-510-3339. Email us at info@azlegal.us. Visit us at www.azlegal.us. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram under our verified profiles as A to Z Legal Services.